Have you ever wondered what your dreams are trying to tell you?
Unlock the secrets of your subconscious with my dream interpretation workshops. Join me for an immersive experience where you'll learn to decode your dreams, understand hidden symbols, and gain insights into your deepest thoughts. I will lead you through interactive sessions designed to help you explore the fascinating world of dreams. Don't miss out. Reserve your spot today and start your journey to self-discovery. Visit thedreamsinterpreter.com for more information or email me at info@thedreamsinterpreter.com to get started.
Welcome to the night where the paranormal unite. A party like never before under the moon's airy light. The vibe is dark, the air is cold, spirits taking flight. Get haunted and ghost, a magazine leading the fright. Ghosts and ghouls dancing hand in hand. Lost souls roaming the haunted land. On the battleship New Jersey we gather with glee. Horror and paranormal, a sight to see.
I love that there's a whole thing that goes with it. It's so fun.
Oh my God, I'll never get sick of that ever, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love that. I was enjoying the graphics and I heard the words. I'm like, oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, that last part too, the little rap part, I love that too.
Yeah.
Rob's creation, it's so fun.
Oh, wow.
So, Deedee, how are you?
Good. It's been a month and
Yeah.
I've been through a bunch of bad shit, which some people know about and some people don't. And now everything's okay.
But everything's good.
How about you?
Things are good. I mean, I feel like I went through a little bit of feeling a little hectic, right? In the beginning of since our last show to now, like things started off a little hectic for me, but things have mellowed out since. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good, all things considering. I changed my shift on my day job. I'm now going in earlier, right? So I think that probably adds a little bit of the craziness, right? Because now I'm getting up at 4 a.m. So yeah, rolling out of bed and trying to get to work by 6. Regardless of how early it is, the traffic on the highway out here gets a little stupid first thing in the morning. So
really?
Yeah.
Traffic.
Yeah, no, traffic is not my friend. I don't like it, especially when you go into the left lane. And left lane, historically is supposed to be for people who are going a little bit faster or trying to get around people in the right lane, right? Like you're not supposed to go below the speed limit. I don't know what it is with people in this area, not understanding what the left lane is for. But yeah, I found that I do get road rage, and I'm not really proud of that. But
I get it. If people kept recorders of themselves talking, especially if they're driving alone, it'd be really bad.
It'd be so bad. Actually, it might be really good to be able to like play that back so you can hear yourself and you can understand like, okay, maybe I need to like chill the F out first thing in the morning. But yeah.
You know what? That's a real thing. Because one time I didn't know it. My son was sitting in the back seat and he recorded me driving up a mountain and I was terrified. And the things I said were ridiculous and kind of scary. And then when he played it back while I was driving home, and I've never laughed so hard over the stuff that I say. Like at one point I said that I couldn't feel my arms because they were becoming numb. It was just crazy.
Oh, you were worried.
I was so scared. So it's like, if people would just record themselves, you would know what you really like and what other people are hearing.
Oh my gosh. I know. I always think about doing that. Or like, I know sometimes, and this is like way off topic now, but like I'll read to myself out loud because I have a hard time. I'm not gonna lie. I have a hard time with comprehension sometimes.
Yeah, I do too.
Dyslexia and everything else under the sun that I have. Like sometimes I have to reread a paragraph like 3 times till it sinks in. So like if I read out loud, it sinks in. So it's so funny because I've already done that, like recorded myself so that I could go back to it. And I'm like, oh, I kind of don't like the sound of my own voice when I'm reading. I'm like, ew.
Oh, that's a good idea though to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I kind of had to because with this one project when I was attempting college for the third time, it was a project like I really needed it to sink in. So I tried that. It helped, but something about listening to my own voice read, like playing back reading, I didn't like it. But
Oh, huh. I think that's a great idea. I was thinking about getting the audiobooks because I saw where you can try it for 30 days for free because I have terrible reading comprehension, which is why I don't read a lot of books because
yeah.
I'm just kind of turning pages and reading it, but it's gone really quickly.
Oh, I totally can understand that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Audiobooks are phenomenal. Definitely. Because then you don't have to like sit and focus on a book. You can be driving, you can be doing other things, you can multitask.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I would like that for driving because I'm driving my son to a program and it's 2 hours round trip twice a day. So I'm on the road for 4 hours. And so to have I could probably read a book in a week doing that.
Yep. Audiobooks. I recommend it. Absolutely. But we have some people coming in here on the side. Oh, before we get too far into what we're doing, I just want to do a little. I was having some technical difficulties earlier with the cameras. Let's see if I can figure this out. So I just want to give a shout out real quick to Pac-Man Paranormal. They're on right after us, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please stay tuned to the Get Haunted Paranormal Podcast program and check out the Pac-Man Paranormal Live if you've not already. They're an amazing show, amazing people, and they have some really fun guests coming on tonight. So make sure you scoot right over there after us tonight.
That's cool. Hillbilly horror stories. That sounds interesting.
Right? That sounds so fun. I'm excited for them. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I always say this. I always feel so nervous because being live is weird for me. I don't know. You would think.
No, me too.
Time, right? So let's say hi to everyone before we dive into the show. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We have Stacey. I love when Stacey is first. It always makes my day.
First.
Stacey, and then Mark.
Ooh, I just finished Stacey's class too.
Did you?
Finally.
Which one did you take?
The remote view. I bought both of the remote viewings, the first one and then the advanced one. And I started the first one and then stopped. And I just finished that Reiki class. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm in Udemy. I should finish this. And I only had like 5 minutes left. I didn't even know it. So I finished that class and I can move on to the next one. So.
I keep going back to the stuff I've already done because I take so much time in between for the remote viewing. I'm like, let me just refresh myself again, right? Yeah. So I've not actually finished it yet. So, but no, phenomenal class. Anyone who is into remote viewing, please go check out Stacey's Udemy the channel page, right? Yeah, and look for the remote viewing. And then let's see. Oh, did I just take that down? I'm sorry, Damien. It is so nice to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning. That's right. He's in Scotland.
Yes. Oh, phenomenal. I see spirits. Hello. Saying hello, everyone. You ever feel like this is like your first time ever on a show? I'm like, oh, hey, what am I doing? We didn't get to,
even after 5 years. Yes.
Hi, Sierra. Get moderated.
I'm socially awkward.
Oh, I always am. I'm like beyond. I'm like starting to get to the point where I'm comfortable with the fact that I'm awkward. So now I'm just saying like whatever. Hello, Denise. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that. Oh, we have Beth. Hello, Beth. See Stacey Lynn's in here. Hello. Do you ever have a moment where, like in real life situations, how are you with public speaking? Are you good with it, or?
Have I ever done public speaking? I used to do modeling years ago. And so I always did really well with that. And one year I had to model the last dress of the show, which is like the big deal. And I looked at the audience and it was a bunch of wealthy women from the wineries and stuff. And I looked at them and none of them had like nice looks on their faces. And they were probably just tired or whatever, but I was like 20 something. I took it personally. And I felt like they were all like looking at me like I was an asshole. And they were probably just like worried with their own shit, but I was young. And so
be miserable with their own lives and it's just coming out in their face,
Right. Yeah. And they were just, resting bitch face or whatever. And so it freaked me out. And I actually started shaking, and I was like, I'm never doing this again, because that's like
Oh,
it's a live fashion show. And so a lady told me, she goes, whenever you're doing public speaking, working with an audience, you always look right above the audience. So it appears as if you're looking at the audience, but you're actually looking at maybe the tops of their heads. So you never see their faces, because people have all kinds of thought, like they might be there, but they're thinking about other stuff, and they might have weird looks.
absolutely.
So I learned that. But I'm still kind of, I don't know if I've ever spoken publicly. Have you?
Yeah. So with taking some of the courses I had to take when I was attempting college, we had to get up in front of a crowd of people, and so it was part of like something to do with the business with public speaking. It was like this oddball class that we had to do that wasn't like a normal curricula, but our professor decided it was going to be good for us. So I had to do that. And then just working with Get Haunted and the public investigations, having to get up, introduce yourself, explain, how we're going to run the night, and a little bit of like the ghost hunting 101 stuff with like how to use equipment, what the do's and don'ts for, investigating to keep yourself safe, keep everyone else safe. So a little bit of, it's a little different with the investigation thing, because you get to mingle with everyone before like the official start. So it's not quite as awkward, but still, like, I know like the whole looking above people things are a really good thing, because every now and then if I accidentally lock eyes with somebody, it'll just be like this awkward couple of seconds that like throws me off for the entire rest of what I was going to say. So there's moments where there's some nights I'm phenomenal. I can kill it. My personality actually isn't awkward. And then there's nights where it's like, who let her come out? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just different aspects of ourselves that I think are more present in the moment. Yeah. Based on whatever was going on. Yeah.
Seriously too. And like with energy, just because of like reading energy with people and stuff, if you're more open or if you're in a more vulnerable state, you're picking up on every little piece of energy everyone else has, right? That can really throw someone off if there's like a crab apple or someone who has a lot of nervous energy, or for me, that messes me up really bad. Yeah.
Even some people, they have almost like a hysterical, I call it, like energy, like it's too much energy and you become exhausted from it. And it's not that it's bad. It's just too much. It's overwhelming.
And they could be the sweetest people in the world, but when you're done like hanging out and you're like, oh my God, like just exhausted. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a few people. There's a few people in my family that are like the sweetest people, right? Sweetest people. But then like by the time you're done with a family event, you're like, okay, yep, I need to sleep for like a week now. I'm good. But oh my goodness. Speaking of energy though, so I think last show that we did, we had talked about, was it the new moon? It was the new moon and set the intentions. Yeah. So I figured that we were gonna recap that a little bit. I was trying to think today, I'm like, I know I set an intention, right? And so did you set an intention?
The only intention I set was that we were going to try to come up with because at the end of the last episode, we talked about coming up with a dream experiment, but we didn't know what it would be yet. So I kind of set an intention that I want to do that. And I actually thought of something later. We kind of talked about it. But then I set a dream that I wanted to, and I'll get into it when we talk about it. But I set an intention to kind of like, for the dream study, kind of like what I wanted to connect to that. And so I did get something, which I'm not going to tell you in the very beginning, but I'll tell you like partially through. So I want you to have a chance to do the experiment. Then I'll tell you what I got, so I don't like contaminate your dreaming, so that you'll have it ahead of time before everything comes in.
Oh, so exciting. Yeah. So I couldn't think. So right as I was going to go to bed, right, I was like, okay, couldn't really think of a solid intention. So I kind of half jokingly, half not jokingly, like this is kind of like, it's one of those things where it would be nice, but whatever. Set an intention that I would find someone who I meant to like, I just like find that person, right? Because I don't have that person in my life right now. It'd be nice to like not grow old alone. So I would like to find somebody in my life at some point. So I kind of like was half joking. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to set the intention that I'm going to find the path that leads to this person that I'm supposed to like grow old with, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it. The next couple of days, some of the tarot cards I was pulling just for myself were more based on like self-awareness, like healing, and it clicked. Like the path to get you to who you're supposed to be with, wouldn't that start with self-healing? Wouldn't that start with ever since I set that intention, it's just been this oddly and good, odd in a good way, but like a lot of just self-help, self-love stuff has been coming into my path. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that really, it might not be 100% what the intention was, but it fits. And it out of nowhere now, since I set that darn intention, I'm like, okay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So it's been fun. It's been interesting. And yeah, I've had to sit with
100%.
my craps for a couple days and be like, okay. You know those moments where you have to like sit and be like, all right, you like have to have that like tough love conversation with yourself, like knock it off, you're being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Had a couple of those days, and now things are like really flowing in just a beautiful direction of just, I can look at things without self-judgment. It's really nice. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool. So that just goes to show you how something just, and even you just kind of did it a little bit, like it's what came to you. So what was in your heart.
Yeah.
And so you connected, and then that is your answer. Because same thing with dream interpretations. Like sometimes you don't get what you think it's going to be. Like somebody just didn't come and knock on the door, but it set you on the right path so that does happen.
It's so
and that's
cool.
the real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So of everyone who's on this side, I'd love to hear, did anyone that's on the side here, did you participate in the setting the intentions with the dreams? Did anyone have anything come to them? Oh my gosh. Speaking of, this is maybe a little random, maybe not. So I normally don't remember my dreams from like sleeping, but it might be a little bit embarrassing to admit, but so I've been taking naps in my car on my lunch break because of the shift change. I have dreams. I've been having this really weird variation of like the same thing where we're setting up for a banquet or we're setting up for some kind of a gathering. And like the last two, like the second to last one was like, they weren't sure if I was supposed to be there. And then the last one, I was supposed to help set it up, but then I had to leave. Like I wasn't part of the banquet. So I'm just like, I don't know what that was, but okay. But yeah, like really weird dreams about getting set up for like a big gathering. I'm like, I don't know what that means. But
Well, yeah. I mean, think about it. So, I mean, you want to like interpret it a little bit?
Yeah, go if you want to. Yeah, please go for it.
Well, I mean, okay, so like a banquet, that's not the first time you've had a dream about a banquet either.
No, it's not.
So that comes up. But I think last time the banquet had to do with your work.
Yes.
So you have to decide, what is that banquet representing? Obviously, it's like a celebration of something, or because like a banquet could be a completion of something that you're celebrating, or it could be something where it's coming together, like something you're putting together is coming together. But at one point, you weren't included for some reason. And so is that you? Like, who told you couldn't be included? Because it's aspects of you. So there's some aspect of yourself saying, oh, no, you can't have this, like a negative aspect, right?
Yeah. So it's weird because the second to last one, nobody knew who was saying that I wasn't, like, they weren't sure if I was supposed to be a part of it. So like there was no direct person stating it. But this last one is funny because in the dream, this is just like in the dream. Rob was actually the one that told me I wasn't allowed to be, so we were setting up, it was like a paranormal banquet, right? And I wasn't allowed, I was supposed to help, but it wasn't part of my gig. So I wasn't supposed to be there. And I'm like, okay. But yeah.
Huh. So then you look at it like Rob would represent an aspect of yourself. What aspect is he representing? So you'd have to look at that, you know, and then what was your reaction? Were you unhappy, or did you think like, yeah, of course I'm not included?
Yeah,
like,
I was like, what the heck? And then I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Like at first I was like, hey, and then I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm right. Like, yeah, no big deal. And I walked away.
Yeah. So you're accepting. So an aspect of you is just like saying maybe a negative aspect doesn't think you're worthy of being at that banquet or something, but you were worthy enough to set it up. And so what does the banquet represent?
Could that be? Okay. So random and might not be part of it, but this is what just came to me. So what if the banquet's actually setting up for like a grand finale of like a cycle ending, right? So like, if I'm saying goodbye to something and like in a good way, like saying, okay, you know, thank you for that being part of my life or whatever, and moving on, then if I'm not supposed to be a part of it, I shouldn't really be there, right? Like it's an ending, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So he's letting you know maybe
like, hey, it's time to move on. Like
you can walk away. You don't
like don't hang on to something. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah, I think I like that interpretation.
I do too. That's perfect.
Yeah. That's awesome. What is that, Chris Mack? What is sleep? You know, I know. It's so hard to get a good night's sleep sometimes. I think you have to like really for at least for me anyway, I actually have to like make the effort to be like, okay, I'm gonna set this time to go to sleep, and I don't know. How do you do it, Deedee?
Well, I mean, my cats wake me up, but basically, you have to. I found that since we got the dog, we've been walking the dog twice a day, and I found now that we walk the dog every night, and I'm exhausted, that I am sleeping better just from being so physically tired. And like exercise helps break down all your mental anxiety. So I'm physically tired, but I'm not mentally tired because the physical tired kind of took over the mental tired. And I think that that helps you sleep better. Because the only thing that wakes me up now, besides an occasional dream, is the cats, because the cats will start like at 4. They're like, "Hey," I'm like, no.
There's no telling a cat like, hey, this is not the time to act up or wake anybody up because they're gonna do what they want,
Well,
right?
I put them in the office and shut the door, but I still got up, so.
Oh man, I hear you. I get like, yep, 4 to 5. That sounds about right for me too.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, what is this?
Well,
hey, Denise. Hi. I didn't see you pop in earlier. Saying he doesn't want you around the drama part. Oh, I mean, that's it. You know what? That is, he's one of those, he's very protective of everybody that is around him. So that makes sense though, too, right?
Yeah.
I see. But no, I definitely feel like cycles and like coming through, because even like with all of that stuff, things are settling down. We're coming to conclusions on things. So I feel like, the endings of cycles and maybe like a protective aspect. So that makes sense.
Yeah. That does make sense to me. Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah. So do we want to talk about the dream interpretation or the dream experiment, or do we want to wait a little bit? Yeah, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so off because I didn't get a chance to be like, okay, I know we want to do this.
I know. Yeah, usually we talk a little bit. Yeah, we can share what the dream experiment is. Yeah, and then we can kind of recap it at the end in case somebody pops on later. Yes. And then you can pull cards and stuff for people too.
Yeah.
So let's see, how do I start? Okay, so I'll play a little video for you guys that I made. But basically, my husband, some of you may or may not know, my husband found 4 puppies on July 2nd. And they were abandoned on the side of the road. They were almost dead. They were just literally laying a pile together, dehydrated and in the middle of nowhere. And so he brought them home and everybody found a place to go. We kept one of the dogs. But it's always bothered me. It's like, they seemed to be healthy. They didn't have fleas. They weren't skinny. They weren't even dirty. And you'll see where they were dropped off. It's all dirt. So I don't know how they just magically appeared clean, healthy, yet abandoned. Yeah. And so I was kind of looking for a pet psychic and stuff, but I didn't really find anybody. And so I was like, it'd be a fun dream experiment to show everybody the puppies, show everybody the area where they were left, and have people set a dream intention to go back to July 2nd and find out who dropped them off, where they came from, maybe what their parents look like connect with one of the puppies, anything that we can do to kind of put the story together to find out, how they ended up there. How did they go from seemingly being healthy? Because like I said, they didn't even have fleas or anything. They weren't even dirty. So I can't figure it out.
You would think like if they were scrounging around for a while, they would be dirty. They would have fleas or some kind of like bugs, or they would have something.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I know people get into situations where they suddenly have to move, but I don't know. It's absolutely puzzling. I know the shelters were all full, but I mean, I did find a home and a rescue. So, I mean, it's possible. So I just thought it'd be interesting to see if everybody can send us their dreams that they have, and then we could put it together and see if there's matches on different things, or if it tells a story, kind of like we did with anime and the car. Each dream by itself didn't seem to mean much, but when you put them together collectively, it did.
Like everybody's little, it all pieced together. Denise was saying, let's see, don't show the area, just the puppies. See if we can get the area too. So is there a way that we can, like, how many minutes is just the area itself? Like, if you want, just don't watch the first. Is it the first part that's the area?
Yeah, the first part's the area. So
Just like for the first couple minutes, walk away or just
close your eyes for a minute. I mean, I've already put it out there somewhat. I mean, you can't. Yeah, we didn't set it up that way. But yeah, let's see. How long is the video? It's only like a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not very long.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted people to be able to kind of like in their dream start off standing there in the area. Like if I was going to do the dream myself, I would look at the area, visualize myself sitting there, standing there, and there's an echo from that second camera. Can you hear it?
No. Is there an echo?
Do you guys hear an echo, or am I just tripping?
There was a motorcycle that just
it's in the middle of nowhere. So anyways, you got to visualize yourself there and wait for that car or truck to pull up and drop off those puppies so that you can see what the person looks like. Maybe we'll get some numbers, like a partial license plate, a description of a car, anything, you know. I think it would be really interesting to see. But that's how I would start it off, is I would visualize the area and just stand there in your astral body in your dream and wait for the car to come by. You'll know it's July 2nd and it would be before 6:30 p.m. So, and then also you can even have like a sensory that it was 105 that day, so you can feel the heat of 105 and kind of like the light desert wind and the dust and the smell of dirt. Like have all those things in your mind, and you'll transport yourself there, and you might actually see who dropped them off.
Oh.
So if you guys are ready, I don't know about Denise, but if you guys are ready, oh, she did hear an echo.
Yeah, let me see if I do. Hold on 1 second. Okay, can you hear an echo now?
There shouldn't be an echo now. My thing's off.
Yeah, if you guys still hear it, let us know.
Okay, so I'm going to play the video. Okay, good. I'm going to play the video, and I can play it more than once, and we'll put up posts on our social media. I took some still shots too, and we'll put the video up there if you want to like look at it before you go to bed and kind of think about it. We're going to talk about it on our next episode. That gives you like 2 weeks to keep setting a dream intention and try to do it. I mean, if you're psychic and stuff and you want to try that way too, but a lot of psychics I know do pick up a lot of information in their dreams. So I would try the dreams first, since it's a dream experiment. But if you're like at the end of it and you're like, I got nothing and I want to, you know, try psychically tapping in, then just do it. And then send us your dreams, because we want to put them all together to see, you know, if it tells us anything. All right. You ready for me? You want me to play the video?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
So this is the spot where the puppies were found on July 2nd, alone, abandoned, in a pretty desolate area. They're building some new homes, but nobody lives there yet. It was 105 that day. They were all just in a little pile. So this is the spot that you should focus on as you're falling asleep.
Oh my goodness.
Aren't they cute? So sweet. Oh my God. Can you imagine those precious little babies just in a pile on the side of the road? They were so thirsty. When he brought them home, 3 of them drank water right away, but one of them was so dehydrated he wouldn't even drink the water, and we kept like putting the water up to his mouth, and finally he was like, oh, water, you know, but he was
sweetie,
almost gone.
Out of it. Oh, it breaks my heart. And yes, Sierra, I agree with you. Yes. Not a fan of living people so much. Okay. Oh no, what did she say? She's picturing a city that gave away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nope. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
there's
no clue to anything that's around there.
yeah, and I mean that area, like I said, was 105. We have a lot of coyotes in our hills, so there
They
was
would have been. They wouldn't have made it through the night. There's no way.
and then that road, like it's a back road that nobody uses right now, so people go tearing through there really fast. So there was so many bad things that could happen.
Breaks my heart. But that's so also too, like when your husband found them, that's not a normal route for him, right? Did I remember that?
Yeah, he went home. He just for some reason got an idea in his head he was gonna, because that's kind of out of the way, really. And so he decided to go around like the back and come in from the back way. And he said, and he like looked and he's like, "What did I just see?" And he made a Yui and he found. He's like, "Why are there puppies on the side of the road?" I remember he called me. He's all, "I just found puppies on the side of the road." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Is there no mom or anything?" And he like looked around. He said, "There's literally nobody out here. There's no other dogs. No, maybe there was a mom that got hit by a car or something. That was just."
But then you would have seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear, like sometimes the universe intervenes, and like that's one of those moments, right? Because
Yeah,
you're able to find a place for all of the puppies. So
yeah. And there was one lady. She adopted one of them. She kept the one that looks like my dog, the black one that was like a solid black face. She named her Theodore. And she still sends me pictures of the dog. So cute.
Oh. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Damien said?
I felt like mobile home puppies too big, couldn't sell them, so dumped them for cost.
I mean, crappy thing to do, but I could see somebody doing that for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's even worse than like like if somebody lost their home and they have nothing.
Yeah.
Just because you couldn't make a buck or whatever, that would be.
Yeah. Oh, I'm dropping cards all over the place. So they just fell. So for our dream now, we're supposed to focus on that spot that you showed in the video.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like everybody should set the intention. That's like I said, just bring yourself to that spot as you're falling asleep and just stand there and wait for the car to come. Like have that in your mind and see what we get.
To see like the people that dropped the dogs off originally, to see when that car comes. Okay.
Yeah. See if you see anybody or hear conversation, get numbers. Like there's so many different ways, colors.
Anything.
We just need a collective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I know sometimes I'll get like smells. So like if there was a cigarette smell or like a cologne or like something like something that we could connect to something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see just what and even if you try this and you don't think it connects, still write it down, still take note of it. And it might make more sense when everybody's stuff comes together.
Right. Yeah. That's how every experiment's been. It doesn't seem like it is anything until collectively you put it together, and like I said, Anime is a perfect example. It really put it together that she was asking for a green card, which just still blows my mind. So I'm confident that we can do this with the puppies too.
Oh, absolutely. I think we can. Yeah, I'm excited for this too, Sam. Seriously, this one's going to be good. All right. So then they have until our next show. So 2 weeks.
Yep. 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. You can try this, see what you get.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, like reach out to us. If you have questions on it, reach out to us. Or if you have something you want to share right away, please reach out to us. My Facebook Messenger, if you want to throw it there, either my personal or The Awakening. You want to email me at Danny@gethaunted.com. And then Deedee, you have your email. Oh, I can't remember your email offhand. I'm sorry.
It's info@thedreams with an S interpreter.com. And then they can also just message me on Facebook or Instagram, wherever, they find me. But send in your dreams. Like I said, you might dream about something that you don't think fits. Just send in all the dreams you have and we'll sift through them and figure it out.
Yeah. I love that we're all doing this together. Oh. Warm drinks that can help boost dreams. Deedee, do you know of anything that Because Red Bull's
Basically, well, I mean, there are dream teas and stuff that you can try. Anima Mundi makes a really good one, the Dream Tea Tonic, and that's the one that I've used that I thought was really good. There's some that I've gotten from my local spice merchant that makes dream teas. Like it's actually something that you can find. Blue Lotus is a good one. Or just doing something like a chamomile with like the lavender, anything that just kind of calms you, but be hydrated is the biggest thing. Like drink lots of water so that you can stay asleep. And the main thing is to set the attention and focus on it.
Yeah, I was thinking this exact same thing. Damien and his Red Bull. I can't not think of him when I see Red Bull now. A weird thing that my grandmother used to do when we were really little, and I don't know if this even relates to dreams or not, but it would help us. She would give us warm milk before bed.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this was a thing, but it was a thing from when she was little, so she would do it for us. And it was a weird thing that helped. So like it helped us go to sleep and we'd be rested. I don't know if it's just like a comfort thing. It sounds gross now that I'm an adult. I'm like, that sounds really disgusting now, but
I think warm beverages are very clean. And so rather than milk, I would do like chamomile tea or something that you like have trouble sleeping. Warm milk. I mean, I can do milk. Like if I get indigestion, I can drink a gallon of milk and get better. But some people, it's the opposite. You might really mess yourself up.
Okay, see, it wasn't the only one. Okay.
Yeah, well, I've totally heard of that. Yeah.
I was just like, oh, but yeah, I didn't know if that was my gram had these things when we were little. Like she would do very random things with us that nobody around my area would do. And she brought a lot of stuff like that she would do with her. She's from Newbury, England. So like the culture there is very different than like the middle of America, right? So yeah. So there's a lot of things that I started going to school. They're like, you're weird. And I'm like, sorry. My grandmother brought us up basically. So.
No, that's a real thing. My mom is from Ireland. So a lot of the things that I was raised was like I was being raised by somebody who was raised in Ireland. So it was just like normal things, but it wasn't even like different sayings we would say like, a whirling dervish. People would be like, a what?
I love it.
I mean, just little things like that, sayings and stuff and traditions. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's I love that though. But it's an enriching thing because like you get to learn a little piece of history that you wouldn't have learned otherwise because you had something from a completely different.
Yeah, I love the carryover. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, right? Yes, I do too. I love that. And it's just my family would turn small infants, babies over and then fix their sleep schedule. Really? Oh, sweetie.
Things were a little different.
Okay, I did star. I think I saw Stacy and Sam both wanted cards. So I did star them. So let me do Stacy's up first. Okay. So, I'm going to bring the camera back up. Whoa, not do that. Oh my gosh, am I still here?
Oh no.
Me and technology tonight? Bear with me, folks. Oh, wait till next weekend when I'm rolling solo. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You guys, you got to come back next Sunday because Danny's doing the very first divination with Danny. And she'll be pulling cards the whole time, right? And then doing topics.
Yeah, it'll be, so I'll have a topic to talk about, but anyone who wants cards, that'll be my, like, as this will adjust as I go because this is the first episode. But yeah, my plan is to pull cards for people and have the subject there to talk about in between people saying that they want cards. So
okay.
Cool. When I bring this up, I'm going to mute myself. Let me know if you can still hear me because if not, I got to switch the mute.
Okay. No.
Can you hear me now? And is it awkward?
Yeah. I'll mute myself so there's no echo.
Okay. How do we, hold on. Bear with us, guys. I'm having a moment. Hello. All right. Can we see? We can see. Do you guys love when we're not pre-scripted? Okay. This is a card for Stacy. All right, well, we're going to do two for you, apparently. Okay, Stacy. So let me grab one more card here so I know how to read this. So the Five of Pentacles, I don't know if you guys can see this. So it looks like two people outside of this like glorious window, probably a church, right? It's very like stained glassy. So I'm going to say, so it's like church, hope, salvation, but they're outside of it. So kind of feeling like on the outskirts, like down and out, down on your luck kind of situation. But here's the thing, you don't know what's right around the corner, right? Because we can't see where they're walking. We can't see, well, maybe there's a door right there. So maybe they are walking out of a situation and into the light, basically, if that makes sense to anything, which really does make sense for the next card, which is, what is this, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I still have freaking card amnesia when I'm on live. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles is one of these glorious cards. Right? This woman looks very comfortable, right? She's very in a lush environment, very, I would say, very prosperous, because the way she's dressed is very just like she's well off. Let's put it that way, right? So you're coming out of a situation where maybe you felt kicked to the curb, or maybe not where you wanted to be, just in a situation that was less than stellar. And you're coming into this time of just like whatever was going on probably was like things lining up for you. And now you're coming into this time where like this is your moment. You're going to feel very comfortable. Things are going to flow in the direction that you need them to. So just realize that maybe some of that was dissatisfaction on your part. Like I said, like it was you couldn't maybe note, like, not that you couldn't see it, but you were, whatever was not going right was bumming you out, but it was because things were getting lined up for you for the future so that you can have this moment of awesome now. Does that make sense at all? I don't know if it does, but Stacey, it looks like you're coming out of, basically you're coming out of crap and you're coming into something very glorious and very your moment. So hopefully that makes sense for you. And if not,
yeah. What is that little thing? Okay, so the third card, there's a little thing handing a cup to him. What is that thing?
I don't know if you can see. It's literally just a cloud with a hand. So it's kind of like,
oh, okay.
Like the universe, destiny. It's just like a little cloud. I'm pretty sure my niece the one time said it was a fart. I'm like, that's great. It's just like, yeah, my nieces are, I love them to death, but my middle niece, we used to have this thing where she would pull a card and ask me what they mean, and I think the one time she was joking around and said that. Okay, this one is.
I'll pull them up for you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Okay. I need to do this. I really don't have a rhyme or reason to how I do this. I just flow with how I feel in the moment. Sam. Okay, so this person looks like they're on the workbench. They have all of their work. They're very proud of it, right? They're displaying it. It's very proud. So this is a moment where honing in your skills, right? Learning the little tricks to the trade, kind of being able to practice what you're doing. It's going to build up into something that you can be very, very proud of. So this is that moment of you're getting really good at what you're doing kind of a situation. So things will be flowing into because people are seeing the prosperity there. Yep. And follow your intuition. So with the High Priestess, she has this ability to tap in, right? Tap into the unseen, tap into our intuition. So this is one of those, let your gut instincts, let those little things that you're not sure why you're getting those feelings, but you're getting, let all of that flow, because that's your intuition. That's the universe is definitely going to guide you in whatever project you're doing right now, or whatever you're really focusing your time and energy on, has the ability to really turn into something amazing for you. And it's going to get there by listening to your intuition and tapping into those unseen forces. And if you do any kind of energy work, this would be the time to throw a little extra like abundance towards what you're working on. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. All right, so then I think we had, I'm so sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. I apologize. Drapera? Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. We are going to pull you a card, my dear. Okay. So this is a time, let me pull another card. So this is going to be a time for self-reflection. I don't know if you can see in the card, this is a person walking away from the cups and they're walking into a cave, right? So this is a time for walking away from the outside world, taking that time to focus on yourself. And this is where focusing on yourself is going to help you balance out emotion. It's going to help you find that center that is really going to move you forward in a way that is good with emotion and with intuition, because your water symbols, anything like with cups and water, is very emotion, very into energy work, very into your intuition. So this is one of those like honing in on yourself, knowing what you do and do not like, knowing how to guide the energy within you. And this is going to help balance you out. And this is going to move you forward in a much more balanced, peaceful way, so that anything that may have been a little off kilter, or maybe if there are people that have been like trying to persuade you to go one way or the other, you are going to have like this solid path for yourself now. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Talked about, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the spacing. But yeah, it just seems like you're going to have to take that time for yourself. So you're already in that time of focusing on yourself, or you're about to come into it. And this is going to be just this really nice balancing of just confidence and intuition. So hopefully that helps a little bit. If not, let me know. We can pull another card for you. Oh, Sandy. Oh, a card for the baby. Okay. Oh, baby Charlotte. Okay. Okay, so feel like we're going to pull another card just to make sure, but I feel like she's going to be coming into the world. So the Emperor is very powerful, right? There's everything about him is very like gung-ho, powerful. There's little goats. He's got armor underneath his clothing. He's very like, he's ready for anything. And he's like a very protective force as well. So I feel like not only is little baby, because this is for baby Charlotte, not only is she's going to come into this very loving and protective situation, but I feel like she's going to be this little like, she's gonna be a little spitfire. She's gonna be ready to like come in and conquer her little day. And she's gonna be ready for the moment of coming into this world. And it's gonna be one where I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be this real emotional bond with Andy, I think too. Her daddy. He's just like the Emperor and the King of Cups, and there's like the emotion and the protection. So I just feel like this is gonna be, it's just gonna be a big day. Okay, what comes with that is, okay, so any kind of being nervous, right? Any kind of just feeling like things are, any kind of nervousness that you're about to have, just know that that's going to be wiped away. She's coming in, she's coming in great. So like with the Page of Pentacles, it's like the news of prosperity, the news of like a groundedness, just this like abundance, right? This new flow of abundance coming in. So this is, she's going to be coming in ready, very well protected, very loved. It's going to ease all of those tensions, all of those worries, all of those what ifs. And it's just going to be a very abundant time for her when she comes in. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense for you. If not, we can pull another card. D-Hoot. Hey, when did D-Hoot show up? Hi, D-Hoot. Okay. D-Hoot, what are you working on, love? All right. This one jumped. Hold on. You two that jumped. Okay. So I don't know if this makes sense for you, but you got the card of just working and honing in on your skill sets, which also teams. Can you see this? There we go. So it teams up with the Three of Pentacles. You can see there's three people. They're talking about just the craftsmanship of the situation. So this is that going back and forth with people who you trust, like your peers, or like this could be like professors or teachers, or just going back and forth and honing those skills and learning from each other. So this is like that back and forth that's going to create a better situation. And this is one of those where you're coming into maybe like a new project, maybe something, whatever you're focusing on right now. If you're talking with friends about going on a trip, or maybe starting a project, or just even something around the house, something that's going to be new, and it's going to take your personal skill sets or your style or your taste on something. I would definitely share that with the people that you trust, because it'll expand it into something a little bit more, and it'll become a little bit more of an adventure. And it's definitely something that I wouldn't hesitate to try. Like if you get a really good idea, you're like, oh, that would be great. Like I would just go with it, because your Knight of Wands, he's in it for the action, and there's the little pyramids in the background, which usually is like adventure, travel. So anything that you're about to be walking into as far as like projects or just anything like, hey, let's go take a trip, I would do it, because it just seems like it would be a fun little thing to build on yourself. Hopefully that makes a little sense. Aw.
Let's see. You want to take a break for a second? We'll catch up. A bunch of people popped on, but I didn't want to interrupt you. So
Absolutely. Here, let me take this
that
one
was nice.
down. Oh, and you're really big now. Hold on. Hey.
Hi.
If we still have the echo, let me know.
Let's see. I'm starring stuff too. A few people have jumped on.
Hello.
When is the due date? It's really soon, right?
Yeah,
I feel like it's October or September.
it's September. It's like, hey. Oh, it's nice to see Rich on here. Hello. Yeah, September. Is it September 19th? Oh, little baby Charlotte.
Oh, so soon.
So I'm so excited to see her little face. I just love
I know, right?
Exciting.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. 2 months, Sandy, you've got to be ready. Oh my goodness. 2 weeks.
10 months goes really slow when you're pregnant.
Oh my
For
goodness.
the rest of us, it's fast. When you're pregnant, no.
Yeah. No, my goodness.
Let's see. I'll pop this one up. There's two, so you could kind of decide what you want to do. She's asking for a baby card, but then she also asks for a gender, and I don't know if that's something that can be done or not.
That's not something I've done before, but why not? Let's try it. So
Okay.
baby gender. Okay. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Let me pull one more just to make sure. Okay, there's potential for this to be, if we're talking about gender, a girl. So then I got Page of Cups too, and Page, when you're talking about like male, female, a lot of times Page is like the female, and then the Knight's the male, and then the Queen, and then the King. So if I had to guess on the cards here, I would say little baby girl. But I mean, I've not pulled yet. No, this is the first time I pulled for a gender, so I wouldn't take that as anything written in stone. But I would say girl. Yeah.
Yeah, and we want to hear if that's actually true. I mean, that's what I get just looking at those cards. Those are all females, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I was a baby girl. I love that.
That's cool.
Oh, it was fun to do that. I've never done that before.
So, Laura, do you want just a reading now, or you mean outside of the show?
So outside of the show, I've not really opened up for readings for people outside of the show, unless, it's people that I know, just because I'm still believe it, like I've still not pushed that boundary yet of getting over being nervous about reading for people. So if it would be something that you truly, truly want, reach out to me. We can set something up, but it's not something that I regularly do. I know there are a few friends that I'm waiting for them to get back to me. I'm going to do a reading for a few different friends, but yeah, I mean, reach out to me. We'll figure it out, but it's not something that I have a platform where you can schedule or anything, but
Yeah, you did a reading for me that was really good and helpful.
thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think that's the whole reason too. I'm going to start the Divination with Danny show is I'm getting too comfortable inside my comfort zone and I'm not learning, I'm not expanding, right? So the only way I know how to do it is to like kick my own butt out of my comfort zone. So yeah, if anyone wants a reading, reach out to me. I might as well do it, right? So
yeah, she does want a reading.
Okay, perfect. I can pull like a card now or
Yeah, that's just said now would be okay.
Okay, perfect.
I think after that we have time for maybe one more.
Okay. Well, I guess I should bring the camera up, huh? Because I know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know if you can see this, but you have, is this the Nine of Cups? So this is, he's very much in this fulfilling, like he looks very happy, very fulfilled. Even if you can see his little face, he's just full of happiness, right? All this abundance around him. And it's a very good card for luck. It was one of those cards, like when you pull it, it's an automatic yes if you're doing a yes, no question. It's very abundant, very lucky. Let me pull another card to help figure this one out. Okay. So then you also have like the King of Pentacles. He's very much, I don't know if you can see his outfit here, but he's got like grapes and all kinds of like lushness around him. And he looks very secure on his throne, very happy. So you're coming into this time of, it is literally just abundance. Let me pull one more. It's abundance, feeling secure, happy, having what you need. Like, even if you don't have the things that you truly, truly want, you have everything that you need, if that makes sense. And it's a time for celebration. Can you see that? The Three of Cups. So this Three Cups is the three women in a circle, like raising up their glasses in celebration. They have a lot of fruits and lushness around them. So this is a very abundant time, a time for celebrating with friends, with family, or this could be a relationship or a wedding, or this could be family coming together, or friends who have become family coming together, or just any kind of situation that warrants a celebration. Like that's the vibe right now for you. So that's pretty amazing. I love that for a card reading. All right. Oh, should we do one for Brandy really quick? Okay.
I forgot I muted myself. I said, oh, look at this. She was homeless and she got her own place.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's going to make me cry. That's phenomenal. So,
yeah.
That is a reason for celebration right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, Brandy. I'm going to pull another card. So this is either right now or you're just coming out of a time of like really being stuck in your head. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But like your thoughts, you're doing a number on yourself with your thoughts. And you may feel like either someone did you wrong or there was a situation that just did not go the way you wanted it to. So maybe that's what's being stuck in your head right now. The thing with that is it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, because this is going to set you up for a time of being able to like retrace steps to go back, take all of that stuff that's going on in your head, try to throw it away, try to like throw the garbage that doesn't make sense away, and just ask yourself, okay, why am I feeling what I'm feeling? What can I do on my end to help myself? Like the self-care, the self-love. This is a time just to like say F you to everything else outside of your little bubble, right? And this is time for you to focus on you. And focusing on yourself. I don't know if you can hear me. Pull these off to the side for a second. The Knight of Swords. So being able to give yourself that moment of self-care, trying to turn off the thoughts and just really focus on yourself for you. because you are worth it, gives you this whole new perspective, right? This is going to cut through. So like the Knight of Swords is going to come through. He's going to cut through the crap, right? He's going to clear this path for you. You're going to have this new way of thinking and things get a lot better. So let me pull one more card for this. But it's just this whole process of just coming out better off in the end for whatever the heck had been going on. And it comes from just having to focus on yourself, on whatever thoughts that maybe you didn't want to have to sit with. So like going inside and looking at yourself and really facing the yucky feelings is actually going to bring you to this path, this opening of finding this whole new set of just being able to breathe and seeing things clearly. So then you can move forward with a lot more confidence. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But I feel like it's a very positive moving forward if you're going to focus on yourself for this. Hopefully that makes sense. I always feel like I end up rambling. Okay, good. I always feel like I'm rambling because like it's hard when you do cards online for people because like there's not they can't like readily like very fast like tell you back and forth. Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah.
Move this down.
Yeah, that does make it a lot harder because but I in a way it's almost better because it's more pure because you're just reading what you're getting and you're not having to get the response. Like that could probably throw you off too.
Yeah. I mean, there are times where it's like I'm going down a path, like even like with those, like, okay, I'm just gonna say what I'm getting, but it's like to ask a certain question, I might be able to like pull a different card and get more of an in-depth answer for that. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. Yes.
Yeah.
Same with dreams. Yeah. Sometimes you just need more information.
Oh yeah. Like there's been times where that time that I sent you in the dream and then you had asked me what specific things meant to me. And then you were able to like build out more from that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's interactive. Tarot, dream interpretation. It really needs to
really is.
Yeah. I think you do a great job considering that you aren't able to get that though. So
thank you. Oh my goodness. But we are 3 minutes past, right? Deedee, anything that you want to let them know for the dream experiment before we send them off to Pac-Man Paranormal?
Yeah, just that we'll post it on our social medias, what you need to do, and then you can rewind a bit. It's in about the middle of the video or middle of this live. And I could just like play it, I guess, at the close. We could just bring it up and play it out for anybody who missed it. If you want.
Wait, hold on a second. What? Hold on. Yeah, I was trying to do some D-hoot. I'm just going to answer your question real quick. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Should we put up the video one last time for them and then send them on their way?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and try this dream experiment. Let us know. You can let us know even before the next show if you're getting something. Email us, message us. Let's see what we can get collectively for this one.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to send us your dreams, even if it doesn't seem like it's anything. Just send it anyways because you'll be surprised. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yes, see you in 2 weeks. I'll see you guys next week if you tune in. Otherwise,
yeah, we'll see you in 1 week.
So this is the spot where the puppies were found on July 2nd, alone, abandoned, in a pretty desolate area. They're building some new homes, but nobody lives there yet. It was 105 that day. They were all just in a little pile. So this is the spot that you should focus on as you're falling asleep.
The one on the bottom is mine. The black one with the white stripe, that's the one we kept.
adorable.
I know, I can't stop watching the video now.
Oh, so cute. So everybody set those dream intentions. So you're going to set it so that you're dreaming of this spot that was shown in the video, correct? And then we're going to be waiting who shows up with the puppies, and we're going to try to get some information from there.
Yeah, just put yourself, astral project in your dream to that spot, sit there. July 2nd, you can focus on, feel the 105 degrees, smell the dirt, wait for somebody to drop off the puppies, see what happened.
Whew, those poor puppies. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.